you remember we were watching the Lakers show Winning Time.
Oh, it was great.
You enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was really good. I thought they nailed a lot of the way the characters looked. And looking back, like Pat
The
Riley
Irvin.
was like knocked that one out of the
And
park.
that's Adrian Brody.
Yeah, like
That's insane. That's Adrian Brody.
I didn't think about that at first,
Ever.
but after seeing footage of him from the '70s, it's like that was perfect casting too. but
Oh, before the greasy, slicked back really took over.
yeah, but what we're gonna do is talk about the beginning, the origins of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Lovable losers hanging out in the living room. Lovable losers telling stories and maybe drinking beers. Lovable, lovable, lovable losers.
The story is about the Lakers, the beginning of the Lakers in Los Angeles, but that story kind of encompasses Jerry West's playing career. He played from 1960 to 1974, and that's basically this beginning era of Los Angeles. He was drafted by the Lakers on April 11th, and the Lakers were approved to move from Minneapolis to LA on April 27th in 1960.
He was willing to play for them in Minneapolis.
He was drafted by the Minneapolis Lakers.
And now he gets to live in L.A.
Yep, he never played a single
game in Minneapolis.
minute in Minneapolis.
Was he from there?
No, he's from West Virginia.
Oh. West Virginia. Mountain Holla.
Yep. So Jerry West comes to the Los Angeles Lakers in 1960, number 2 pick in the draft, the same year that they moved to Los Angeles to become the Los Angeles Lakers, a name that doesn't make any sense. But if you remember that they came from the land of 10,000 lakes, it makes
it makes
sense.
a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I've never even questioned why they were Lakers.
Yep. It's a good poppy name, but it's because Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you betcha.
Yeah. We know a lady. She pops in sometimes.
So the Lakers in Minneapolis, the early '50s, they won 4 out of 5 years, just like Susan Butcher did.
Mm?
They won the finals 4 out of 5 years, their first years in the NBA.
Nice.
And then 6 years later, they moved here in LA. But we're going to talk about the '60s, the LA Lakers.
Ooh, the groovy '60s, baby, LA, baby, yeah.
But you can't talk about the '60s Lakers without talking about the Celtics.
Acid. Oh.
Yep.
Damn.
Their bitter rival.
Oh yeah, that show we watched pretty much like.
Yep.
Put that in my brain that there was huge soap opera drama there.
Yeah, Red Auerbach. In
Is that guy's name?
Yeah, the Michael Chiklis character.
Yeah.
His name was Red Auerbach.
Auerbach.
Yep. He was the Connie Mack of the Celtics, basically.
Oh.
You know.
Wow.
So
Man, these are all coming together here.
Right?
Okay. This is incredible.
The beginning year of 1960, the NBA was a small league, only 8 teams in the league. So he came into into a league where it was one of 8 teams, and you basically made the playoffs every year, and then it was kind of a battle to make the finals. So they made the finals quite a bit, but from 1958 until 1966, the Celtics won the finals every year.
Wow.
8 in a row.
Wow. 8 in
These early years in the early '60s, Jerry West was a great outside player. He was Mr. Outside, and there was a guy, Elgin Baylor. He was Mr. Inside. So they were a great complementing team. Elgin Baylor was the number 1 pick in like '57 or '58, and he was the number 2 pick in '60. So this first run from '60 to '66, they played in the finals. They faced the Celtics 5 times, 0-5, as the Los Angeles Lakers. They also lost to them as the Minneapolis Lakers in '59-60 as well.
no.
So they were 0-5 against the Celtics in the finals, but 2 close calls. They took them to Game 7s, both in 1962 and 1966. So the 1962 Game 7, Bill Russell put it on, laid it all on the line. He had 40 rebounds in that game, and he had 189 throughout the whole series. So he led the Celtics just by domination, basically.
Yeah.
And that's how they were able to kind of push through. They won Game 7, 110 to 107 in overtime. So it was like a real close game.
Yeah.
Barely edged them out. So that was 1962, and in 1966, it was also a Game 7. They were down 3-1 to the Celtics, and they won Games 5 and 6 to force a Game 7.
Wow.
And then they lost by 2 in Game 7. In 1966, after winning that 8th in a row, he became the coach of the Celtics. Red Auerbach retired.
Finally, that mean old guy.
So Bill Russell was the coach and a player
Oh, okay. At the same
for the
but
last 3 years.
oh, wow.
So from 66 to 69, he was the player and the coach.
Okay. Cuz you hear about that in like 1920s baseball.
Yeah.
But
The
1969
late 60s NBA, Bill
like,
Russell was the head
landing
coach.
a man on the moon.
Yep.
And we got a player and a coach at the same time.
This script is ridiculous. Oh well, here it goes. Come on down to the second annual Bobcat in a Bobcat race to the death. For honour. Races are held on the second Saturday in May, July and October at the Grimes County Fairgrounds in Cartlows. Have a growling good time, and now back to the show. Growlable.
1969, same thing.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep.
Rinse and repeat.
7 games against the Celtics. They get to Game 7 in 1969. Jerry West plays outstanding in the 1969 finals. He wins the MVP of the 1969 finals. But they lose in Game 7.
Oh.
They lose by 2 points. I went back and I watched the game, and I thought it was going to be an exciting ending. They kind of had it locked up with 20 or so seconds, and there was a layup at the very end to make it a 2-point loss instead of a 4-point loss. So
Oh, okay.
it was basically a 4-point loss, but they got a layup
Right
as,
at the end.
as time expired
Made it
to make it
easier
108
to,
to 106.
easier to take.
But Bill Russell's second championship as a player coach was in 1969. There was a really cool highlight from that game too, where they zoom in over to the Celtics huddle, and there's just nobody in a suit anywhere in sight. It's just all players.
Oh, nice.
It's
And
like-
just like a quarterback talking in a huddle.
Yep.
Okay.
And Bill Russell's running court. He tells the guy you're going in the game, and he runs the meeting, and they go back in the game.
Imagine seeing that today.
I know, yeah. You get a little bit of that with LeBron, but there's still just support people all around too. You'll never get it where there aren't those towel people
Suits.
and the
Yeah.
water and the assistant coaches.
Oh, man, the water bottles.
They're ready to go. 1969 was the end of their early rivalry with the Celtics. 0-7 for the Lakers. Didn't work out. The
So
early
sad.
70s is a little rivalry with the Knicks for a few years.
Okay.
So 1970, they go to the finals and they face the Knicks this time in the finals. Lose a close game in Game 7,
Oh.
113 to 99.
So it's a repeat of their previous year, not for the Knicks, but for the Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers end up losing in Game 7 to the Knicks. I think that was the year that Willis Reed came back from an injury, and there was like this real big thing in the Garden where when he ran back into the game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that.
And then in 1972, they went to the finals, and they won the finals that year.
Hey,
They
was this
finally
the
broke
first
through.
year?
Yeah, they broke through.
72. Oh,
This is
and
the
Jerry
first-
West was part of that.
Yep, Jerry West was on the team,
Hell yeah.
but he didn't have as good of a series as
Mm.
he would expect himself to have. It was still a decent series for someone in the 13th year of his career. Where,
Dang.
So-
Yeah, you're right. This has been a while now.
So I mean, it's Wilt Chamberlain was the guy that carried the team. So,
Huh.
But in '72 they beat the Knicks again, and they had a really good season. They won 69 games. They had a first year. Their head coach was in his first year, and he won the Coach of the Year that year. 33 game win streak in the middle of the year. Yeah,
Dang.
which is a league record, I think, to this day.
Still?
Yeah. So we've reached the end of Jerry West's career, illustrious 13-year career that coincided with the first 13 years of the Los Angeles Lakers being in Los Angeles.
All right. He
He-
is Mr. Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's the logo. The logo actually debuted during his career. In 1969 was the debut of the logo.
Really?
There has been talk recently about updating the logo and maybe using a different player or multiple other players. And Kobe Bryant was probably the one that I thought would be the best.
Oh,
the best fit for that.
That would no, only him.
Yeah, just him instead of Jerry
Yeah.
West.
Obviously, players didn't understand their value.
Well, no, he was proud
Market value.
proud of allowing that to be used. Like, he was totally fine with it. He's an NBA guy. He still works in the NBA.
Thanks to
he
that
works for the Clippers
actor
right
on
now.
the HBO show, I 100% believe he bleeds the NBA.
Yeah.
Like,
The
whatever that guy-
actor, the real man was probably way too shy to act the way that actor did. But looking at the way his career worked out, losing 7 times to
and
the Celtics,
sticking around, not
You-
getting traded.
having that little in the back of your,
I'm
that
part of this.
it kind of makes sense that this guy was angry, but Jerry West, the man, wasn't.
Was
You know,
not.
he never was bitter. He never was angry.
Man,
And
that's
he's-
more than I can say for myself.
He coached the Lakers from 76 to 79. He took them to the finals in 77 with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Timeout. He was still playing in 74, though.
Yeah,
Right?
he
And that was
retired
his
in
last
74.
and started coaching by 76.
Yeah.
Took a 2-year break.
Yeah, Jack Kent Cook said, "You're my guy. You're not a
Wow.
player anymore, but I want you to coach." And he coached for 3 years. And then the end of that coaching
That's
is
dope.
where winning time picks up. Is right at the end of that 79 season. Because that's when Jerry Buss bought the team.
Yeah, and they get the college guy in.
Magic Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Irving.
The Lakers that we grew up knowing, where they just won championship after championship after championship, is not this early run. They struggled. They were trying to get their footing, and they were up against this juggernaut of the Celtics.
That's all I wanted. That's all I asked was you give me a different light on a regular team, like a team we all know, a famous team.
Yep.
That's it. That's perfect.
Loveable loses.